We come now to verse 35 of the 6th chapter of the Gospel of John. Jesus is in a conversation with these who have been at the feeding of the 5,000. They are insisting that he continue to give them bread, but Jesus, of course, has asserted to them that, in fact, God gives them the bread which will cause them to never hunger or thirst. And he really reaches a rather climactic statement in the verse that we have before us here, as he continues, apen from lego, second aorist, third person singular, aorist active indicative, apen autois, to them, dative, plural, masculine. So he said to them, ho Jesus, Jesus said to them. And then, of course, this remarkable formula, distinctively frequent in John's Gospel and often put in such a way that it really is intended to point to the Old Testament use of the phrase ego eimi in the Septuagint version, suggesting the name of God himself, of course, as it was used there. And this is another case in point. Ego eimi, I am, and then ho artos, this is the word for bread, so I am the bread, tes, genitive case, zoes, of life. So Jesus said to them, I am the bread of life. Ho, the erchomenos, from erchomai, to come or to go. This is the present active participle. It's passive in form, of course, a deponent verb, but it would be translated the coming, pros eme, the coming to me one, the one who comes to me, ume. This is quite strong. The u and me are, of course, both essentially mean the same thing. U is used with the indicative mood. Me is used with the non-indicative mood. Thus, you'll find that it goes with verbs that lie in either direction, and we find both of them, interestingly, here in this verse. So the coming to me one, never is really the force of that. Not ever. It's very strong. The one who comes to me, u me. And then this is painase. This is from penao. Penao means to hunger, and it usually implies a rather strong hunger, as in being famished, for example. Penase is the word here. This is the third person singular, aorist active subjunctive. And so in this case, the ume has taken the subjunctive. The one who comes to me will never, not ever, hunger is the idea. Then kai and ho pistuon, same construction as this, the believing from pistuo. It's also the participle, it's the masculine singular nominative, the believing, eis emi, in me. So here we have the one coming to me, and here we have the one believing in me, ume, same construction here. And then dipsese. Dipsese, this is the third person singular future active indicative. So the one who comes to me will never hunger. The one who believes in me will never, future tense, thirst, again, from dipsao is the word there. The popote is actually essentially the same as pan tote that we saw in the previous verse. It means not at any time. It's really just an alternative construction of it. Pan tote literally means all and then. So it's all thens, and it idiomatically suggests ever or forever or at all times. And this is essentially synonymous with that. So it's a powerful statement, of course, characteristic of John's Gospel. Jesus says, the one who comes to me is going to have a satisfying relief of the inner pangs of hunger that are really present in every human being until they find their full satisfaction in Christ. The one who believes in Christ will never thirst, as he had said to the woman at the well. He now reasserts to these as well. It's one of the most staggering claims that a human being has ever made. And yet, of course, millions of Christians have found it to be true, and this, therefore, is a claim that has been proved empirically, you might say, down through the history of the world, with all of those who have, in fact, followed the direction, the instruction of this command.